Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader at TheTechnical.com. It's Monday, the 20th of November, and it was a spectacular day on Wall Street, as you can see from the charts I'm showing you in front of you. The market started out with a pop coming out of that wave 4 consolidation. This is basically what I'm looking at, S&P here. We started out with a 1, 2, 3, 4, and today was the fifth wave, or the extension of the fifth wave. And it may not be done. I'm looking for 4,600 near term, meaning I think we make a move up, eventually up in that range. We'll see if the market, after 5, 6 waves up to 7 waves up today, is able to maintain that, or we need to come down first. But I also think at some point the market will roll over, but we may have a strong year-end rally on, in place. But there's 6 weeks left in the year. So a lot can happen both ways, and we shall see. But let's focus on, as we usually do, the individual charts that are making moves. And here's a quick look at some of them. So starting off with Aaoi, which had that big 5-wave move from June through August, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then consolidated and rolled over in a 1, 2, 3 wave corrective falling wedge. That broke out. We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. But it looks more like the fifth wave will need to reach a resistance level around 15.75 first. And if we get through that, then we're looking at something around 20. But that's going to be what if, provided the market cooperates. CBAY also popped and broke out of a 2-day consolidation flag. It looks to me like it's going higher. I got a target around 21 and 25 coming up. Beautiful long-term chart. There's a 1, 2. It looks like a 3, 4, and the fifth wave is underway. Looking for a move into the mid-20s. CRSP, unbelievable. What a great move this was. We caught it perfectly as it broke out, pulled back for a couple of days, and then Rip City. Literally went in a 5-day period from 48 to today's high of 76. Yeah, 76. And although it's short-term overbought and near the top of the channel, momentum is not done yet on this one, or at least doesn't look like it. There is, we did have a breakout today above the May spike high, which makes it now a new 52-week high. And the next target would be something up around perhaps mid-80s. We'll see. It's getting a little longer than 2, isn't it? Looking for a 1, 2, 3, maybe a 4, and then a 5. DraftKings with a slightly new high and engulfing bar, looking like it wants to explode. This stock really has great legs. Breakaway gap out of a multi-month consolidation coil through the moving averages, run up through resistance at the next target at 39, 40, and then 44. EDIT, spectacular breakout yesterday with a beautiful follow-through today, up another $12 or 11.5%. There's some resistance, of course, from last June's spike high that saw it reach 11.91. We get through that, we're looking at almost 14. EDN, this utility broke out of a 5-month down channel and did it with a swift spike up and run up of 26% or almost $3. The follow-through target would be around a test of 17 and then 21. First Solar maybe as a reverse its multi-month decline after a big run up. Breakaway gap 4 days ago, a little 3-day mini wedge, a breakout today. Targets are 165 and 75. After Friday's explosive move on Gap stores, GPS exploded and then popped again today, up another 4%, nearing the target I had set out earlier around 19.25.5, and then 22 would be following that. IOVA, beautiful declining channel from June through November, then a turnaround. Nice pop, follow through, breakaway move, across resistance. Probably going to test about 6.5 through that, maybe 8. OSCR Health exploded, wedge, and today spiked out of the wedge to get to resistance, gaining about 11%. Next target is 9.85. PLTR, one of our swings, doing great. It popped, it wedged, it popped, it got to resistance, it backed up for 1 day, and now coming out strong with a target at 24. RPTX popped out and is now consolidating for 3 days. I think it has an extension possibility, 6.75 and 8.25. Seed finally coming back from a massive decline. It saw a drop from 12.75 all the way down to 1 and change. Tomorrow they're going to have a conference call. The stock looks like it could explode. I don't know if there's going to be any news or any announcements, but I think the stock makes it back to 4 in the next few days and weeks. Slno swing finally popped out Friday, had a nice follow through today, jumping another 219 or 8.5%. This is a thinly traded stock, but explosive. Once you get up and through the 30 range, I'm looking for a move to 38. STNE spiked and blew out last week, and now for 4 days it's been sitting here consolidating in a tight flag. I believe it spikes and tests it goes through the double top up around the 14.75 range. If that occurs, a major base fee is broken. A run up test, I would say the next target being around 19.5. SYM, after a big run up from last December to August, saw it go from 9.5 to the high 60s, culminating in a spike up to 64. It came down in the 3-wave corrective falling flag, popped out, and then retested twice. A nice basis for him today, spiking up almost 8 points to 21%. Get through here, we're looking for the test of that level, 53. TMDX exploded a week and a half ago, pulled back and tested the gap, held it, and that's moved up steadily to resistance. Should we get to 70 right where we are, 80 and maybe 94 are targets. VIST exploded. We highlighted that this weekend with a beautiful long-term chart, but it just went vertical today. 26 to 32.25, finishing over 30 up 3.5. If you can get up to today's high, your target is 36. XPEV, Chinese EV manufacturer, broke out of a wedge today and is up and through. Although I think that the next resistance level might be tested shortly. 20 is going to be a problem. If we get to that, then I'm looking at 23. And finally, YMM. Look at this massive multi-month call that was exploded today on 20, almost 29 million shares, jumping $1.13 or 16%. The next target, 9 and 10. That's a look at some of the really hot stocks at thetechtrader.com. Good night, everybody. Enjoy, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.